Radiation is streams of protons, electrons, small nuclei, and other particles. Radiation is given off by a wide variety of processes such as thermal activity, nuclear reactions as in fission, and by radioactive decay.
When you use your phone, you're putting the antenna that generates the radio frequency right next to your head. A study published in February 2011 in the Journal of the American Medical Association said such positioning could alter brain activity.
Mom, I told you not to touch my underwear. Sheesh, guys.
Radiation!
Another source of radiation are smoke detectors. There are two types of smoke detectors common in the household use. Ionization smoke detectors detect smoke particles through a radionuclide sealed inside them, while photogenic smoke detectors utilize a light sensor. An ionizing smoke detector does not pose a danger to you as long as you don't take it apart. The detector uses a radioactive americium-241 bonded to foil and sealed in a chamber. Americium-241 emits alpha particles and gamma rays. Ionizing smoke detectors work by sounding an alarm when smoke interrupts the flow of alpha particles. In your face, science.
Smoke detector, why do you have to be so hot? Why isn't this working?
Beep, 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 beep,
Fire!
Another source of radiation is microwaves. Will we pay for our afternoon bag of popcorn with deadly deceit from radiation exposure? Microwaves use radio frequency waves to vibrate the molecules of the food and generate heat. The energy is not radioactive and does not alter the food. The danger from microwave radiation comes if the door does not completely seal.
Another source of radiation is cosmetic radiation. About 8% of our annual dosage of radiation comes from outer space. The atmosphere protects us from the most cosmetic radiation, but the higher the altitude, the more radiation you're exposed to. If you lived in Denver, you are getting a bit more cosmetic radiation than someone who lives in Orlando, but the difference is minuscule. The same principle applies to flying airplanes. The closer you get from outer space in a plane, you are increasing your cosmetic radiation exposure. The amount of radiation you absorb on a cross-country flight is only about half the amount you'll get from a chest X-ray.
Oh man, so hot. I don't know how I'm gonna survive this heat.
The last source of radiation is Earth itself. Radiation is not some new creation that industrialized humans invented over the last century. It's always been with us and even in us. In fact, the Earth itself generates much of the radiation we're exposed to. All sorts of radioactive material occur in the soil beneath our feet. These natural resources of radiation can leave the soil and we inhale the particles. Our muscles, organs, and bones are radioactive to some degree.
Mom, I think this tree is dead.
Radiation cannot be detected by human senses. A variety of handheld and laboratory instruments is available for detecting and measuring radiation. The most common handheld or portable instruments is a GM tube, which is a gas-filled device that, when a high voltage is applied, creates an electrical pulse when radiation interacts with the wall or gas in a tube.
A person's biological risk is measured using the conventional unit REM. There is no firm basis for setting safe level of exposure. The beginning of radiation sickness starts with 5 to 10 REM, changes in blood chemistry, 50 REM, nausea, 55 REM, fatigue, 70 REM, vomiting, 75 REM, hair loss, 100 REM, hemorrhage, 400 REM, possible death within 2 months, 1000 REM, destruction of internal lining, internal bleeding and death, 2000 REM, damage to central nervous system and loss of consciousness.
Isaac, are you okay?
Wait, what is this? The new dance? Probably is. Let's join in, guys. Let's come on.